Hi, everybody. I wanted to take a few minutes and share with you the many uses for Excel. And I wanted to share specific examples of how I've used it both personally and professionally. So I'm down here on my Excel icon. I'm going to click it and I'm going to open up a couple of examples in the template format so you can actually visualize how it can be used. Over here on the left, when you click New, you're going to see a series of different templates. You can always create a blank worksheet, but I just want to give you some time to look at the options and various uses of Excel before we get into blank templates. So one of the things that people use Excel for are things like a personal calendar or a family calendar. This is a nice one that I've used in the past. I take the graphic and change it. Sometimes I put my kids' photos on it. I certainly put in Ben's birthday, right? And I'll say, take the day off. Um, and you can use it with your entire family. Another example of using Excel for personal reasons is to build a grocery checklist. I'm one of those that have always written my grocery list on a piece of paper, and I don't like to do a lot of apps. And I like to go back and look at what I've ordered in the past. And I like this template because it differentiates the produce from the dairy, from the meat, and I can change this. I could I could change the categories if I want to. I can change the items, right, if I want to. And the nice thing is that I can make a note and I say I want one bunch of grapes and I don't care what kind of brand it is. So that's just another example. The last type of use of Excel that I'll just share with you that I've used personally, although they're really endless types of uses, is a family tree. One of the things that Excel does really well is it holds and contains and stores a lot of information. So my father's name was Jack. He was born 10, 20, 30, which is kind of a neat thing. And my mother's name was Susan. And I can go on and provide all the information here for my family tree and my husband's, and it will store a lot of detailed information. Okay, I'm going to now share just a few examples of how I use Excel professionally. Um, a very basic bar graph is used to compare income and expenses. This could be for a large organization, it could be for your department, it could be for a small business. You could even do it in terms of, your personal finances and your loans and your income. So one tab is used to identify what types of income. Maybe you work at a restaurant and maybe you also do some telephone operator call center work, and you can share the monthly income here. The second tab is around monthly expenses, and you need to just make sure that you're covering them all. So I always take a look at, my debit card and my credit card and anything I pay cash with just to make notes because I always forget. And then you can really always make sure that you have enough income to cover expenses. So that's a nice visual bar chart. A different way to display that information, depending on who you're sharing it with, is a pie chart. And that's one of the features that Excel accentuates, which is that depending on who you're talking to and how they receive information, if they're much more visually focused, a pie chart might be a better way to show information to certain groups. The last example I'll show you for a professional use of Excel is a project planner. So here, this is a very basic example, and you put all the different detailed activities in here, the duration, the start time, how complete they are, and it allows you to visually see whether you're going to be able to meet the deadlines, whether you have the resources that you need to be able to do so, and whether you're at risk. That's a really, really nice use of Excel. So hopefully this has been helpful for you to get your arms around different and various ways of using Excel, and I look forward to working with you further.